Tijuana's Parque Baja California should be the ideal community park. Big leafy trees provide shade, and benches give visitors a comfortable place to sit down and feel the ocean breeze. Then there's the storm drain.
It smells like excrement.
Martin Acosta is an architect and environmental activist. He says the water flowing through the storm drain stinks.
A little boy dropped his ball in the water, said it smelled like poop when he recovered it. And he's right, because that's what it is.
Parque Baja California is a microcosm of an environmental and public health crisis plaguing both sides of the border. In theory, the sewage and storm drain systems should be completely separate, but in practice,
people connect to the storm drain, and then we end up having wastewater running through those storm drain pipes.
Carmen Romo is an activist with Tijuana Calidad de Vida. She says residential and commercial properties throughout Tijuana illegally connect their sewer lines into the storm drain. As a result, countless gallons of untreated sewage flow out of storm drains into the ocean and then north towards Imperial Beach and Coronado.
We're looking at some of the pipes that are for storm drain, and you'll see liquid that it's coming out of them, and it's not raining. So, and we can also tell it by the smell.
Playas de Tijuana is a beach neighborhood just south of the border. There, the coastline is filled with storm drain pipes emptying out into the Pacific Ocean. These pipes should be dry when it isn't raining, but they flow nearly year-round.
This is something that happens on a regular basis, and through the coast, if you walk along, you'll see several storm drains just popping up sewage.
And this is happening all over Tijuana. A little bit more inland, there's a canyon that diverts stormwater directly into the Tijuana River, which flows into the U.S. Rosario Zagaray is an environmental activist with Wild Coast.
Even though it hasn't rained, water is still flowing. Obviously, this isn't rainwater.
Why does this happen? Many of the homes along the canyon are illegal builds with no permits. Baja California officials only connect homes to sewage systems if the property owner has a deed, but many of these homes aren't on the books.
They don't have deeds to their home, so the state can't connect their sewer line. Other folks have deeds, but they don't want to pay the connection fee.
Without alternatives, people who live in these houses simply connect their sewage pipes to storm drains. Romo says residents have been complaining about these issues for decades, but officials ignore them. Part of the problem is tension between state and local government. She says they point fingers at each other and nothing ever gets done.
The state manages the water and the sewer, and then the city of Tijuana manages the storm drain.
Juan Enrique Bautista Corona is director of Tijuana's Urban Development Department. He says the city reports illegal sewage lines to the state.
We report issues to the state agency, but they handle inspections.
He says it's the state's responsibility to address the problem. The state agency in charge of wastewater did not respond to questions from KPBS. Bautista says that Tijuana does clear garbage that clogs up the system. The city has collected 6,000 tons of trash in the last 3 years. Juan Manuel Rodriguez Esteves is a professor who studies Tijuana's infrastructure. He says conflict between state and local governments is a constant obstacle.
When you go to the city or state, they both tell you that it's not their problem.
But he also says Tijuana residents and businesses need to take responsibility and obey the law. Regardless of who's at fault, Rodriguez Esteves says that the crisis won't be solved without massive effort from all parties.
I don't have a magic solution for you. There has to be coordination between the city and state. It's a matter of all of us being organized.
Until then, the untreated wastewater will continue to flow. Gustavo Solis, KPBS News.